Yeah, so I think that when we're talking about trying to make sure that leaders are facilitating the best results, there's two different aspects. Number one, if we go back to a leader being a servant, they will also recognize that no job is beneath them. And so they can participate and they can contribute and then come alongside the rest of their team and help them by example to show that it's not about your job and my job, but rather about our mutual contributions to the overall success of the team. But in addition to being a good example and setting not only a good example as a leader, but also as a participant, I think something else that leaders are able to do that really helps people bring their best selves is what Covey refers to as alignment. He talks about it in his book, The Eighth Habit, where he basically shows that as individuals, we're comprised of four parts: the mental, the spiritual, the physical, and the emotional. And he says, look, if we're going to expect massive results from people, we have to make sure that they are aligned in these areas. If I've got an individual that is a data person, they like doing research, maybe they're a numbers person, but I've got them positioned in my organization as the receptionist, as somebody that's supposed to be outgoing and people oriented and friendly, they're probably going to give it their best try, but it's not going to be aligned with who they are. And so I need to find something where, okay, are they physically capable? Yes, perfect. Are they mentally capable? All right, perfect. Are they emotional? Are they passionate about this? And this is where a lot of companies don't care. They don't care if someone's passionate about something. They just, you can do it, do it. When I hire, I put so much emphasis on the passion somebody has for that position because that lets us work together. It means they're going to bring me innovative ideas. It means we're going to be able to press through obstacles. If it's just a job, it's really tough to really get the most for people when they don't actually want that scenario. So I think that as a leader, we have to serve our teams in two ways. Number one, we have to show them that sometimes we all just have to do the job. We're not always going to be able to do exactly what we want. And if we as a leader only ever do what we want, we can't expect that our team is going to be any different. They're going to only want to do what they want because that's what they see us doing. But then simultaneously, if we can create alignment as best as possible, then we're able to arouse those passions and they're going to bring in so much more value and we're going to see so much greater results because we've aligned people with what they're physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually oriented toward. And that is really going to be such an encouragement and a boon to the overall success of the organization.
Yes, yes, exactly. There are some different types of people, and it is important to help them to do and find what is their strength in. So when people know what is their genius and what their strength is in, and they do exactly that, this is how they come with the highest productivity and efficiency, and they love what to do. It is important. I like how you said that it should be important to
Mhm.
see what really person loves to do, because this is how he will bring all his best and his talents and gifts on the surface, and this is how everybody will do what they love to do, and this is how everybody will be excited, in good energy. Yes,
Yes.
and this is how
Yeah.
the company will thrive. Yeah, great.
100%.
And one more question I wanted to ask you:
Yeah.
how important is personal development, mentorship in your life? I see that you put a lot for your personal growth and development since you were young. So, how was this important in your life to have mentor?
To me, it's like the most important. I don't believe that you can truly help others unless you are yourself growing. Otherwise, you cap out. Whatever you know is the most you can bring others to. I almost always have at least two mentors in my life, one for business and one for my personal life. And I really look not just, oh, who's a big name or who's successful. No, I look at, all right, what is the direction of their life and do I want my life to look like theirs? And so if I do, if they have achieved a level of of success, if I can call it that, or at least achieve something that I say, hey, I like that in my personal life. I like where they're moving financially. I like where they're moving relationally. I like where they're moving faithfully. Okay, this is an individual I can look up to and I can sit under and I can be mentored by, and I can be confident that if I just do what they say, my life at worst is going to look like theirs. Right. And of course with wisdom, and I don't just do everything somebody tells me, but having that mentorship. And then the same thing is true on the business side. And I've been so blessed with some amazing people in my life that have spoken into my life and encourage me and sometimes challenge me. A good mentor is not just going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what you don't want to hear because you need to hear it. And so personal development for me, both with academics, as well as reading, as well as mentorship and overall balance, absolutely critical in my life. And I think honestly, it's going to be critical in the life of almost every leader that is going to make an impact.
Yeah, amazing. Right, right. So, the last question I want to ask you, three things that you would like to share with people who are listening to us.
Absolutely. Three things. I mean, if you don't get anything else that I said today, I would leave you with these three items that Elena's asking me for. Number one, take responsibility for your own life. You can't effectively take responsibility for other people until you take responsibility for your own life. So take that true responsibility. Number two, have an authentic interest in other people. Care about them, care about who they are, their stories, where they're going, and what they're doing. And then third, be the leader that you wish you had and that you want to have. Be that leader, set that example, be that encouragement, and provide that support. If we can take responsibility for our lives, take an authentic interest in other people, and then give that and be that leader, it is my opinion that we will make such a dynamic impact in the world that the world will never be the same.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for sharing these golden nuggets with
yeah,
people who are listening to us. I really enjoyed our conversation and I find
me
it
too.
so valuable. And I think it is good to listen it again and again. Yeah, so thank you so much for being with us today and share your expertise and your life experience. And I'm looking forward for collaborating in other aspects because we have so many things in common, and it really resonated with me what you said today.
Thank you so much, Elena. It was an absolute privilege to be with you, and I look forward to that collaboration.
Yeah, thank you, and see you soon.